Exclusive. MyKayla Skinner helped Team USA win a women's gymnastics silver medal at the Tokyo Olympics after Simone Biles had to pull out with a case of the twisties. But by the Paris Games last summer, she had become an easy target for USA Gymnastics fans. On July 3rd of last year, Skinner posted a video about the 2024 U.S. Olympic women's gymnastics team and made controversial comments about the team's talent and depth. The video ignited viral backlash from fans and even former teammates. Biles wrote, "Not everyone needs a microphone and a platform," in a social media post that same day. Skinner apologized for the comments and insisted they were misinterpreted, but it didn't stop the online attacks from flooding her inbox and her mind. Words were twisted, things were said that I did not mean, so yeah, it was a super scary, difficult time. I love those girls more than anything, so it was just really sad to see what happened, and the way that they attacked and came at me was super devastating, Skinner told Fox News Digital. At the time, Skinner was a new mother. I was still nursing at the time, and I just got so depressed because obviously I said some hate. I was getting death threats. My agent at the time was getting death threats and emails sent to her, and they were actually contacting her phone and sending her voice messages. Skinner claims some critics even went so far as to tell her I shouldn't be a mom. It really did take me down a spiral. It was really hard to go through, and I felt like I couldn't be the mom that I needed to be for my daughter. It was a scary thing to go through, just feeling like the world just hates you. But through it all, Skinner says the experience helped her find purpose in becoming an advocate for the protection of women's sports. This week, she became the newest ambassador for the activist sportswear brand XXXY Athletics, helping launching new Olympian-themed collection called the Gold Medal Campaign. I've always believed in protecting women's sports. It really is a hard and scary topic, but it's definitely grown a lot since that time of being depressed and feeling alone. It's given me something else to look forward to and to be an advocate for. It's helped me a lot and has made me a lot stronger talking about this topic. Skinner's time to act publicly on that passion arrived in June after Biles got into another online feud. Conservative influencer Riley Gaines had just publicized an incident involving a biologically male transgender softball pitcher who won a girls' state championship in Minnesota. Gaines previously called on Biles herself to sign with XXXY Athletics in a previous interview with Fox News Digital just 3 months ago in March. But after Gaines made a social media post bringing attention to the softball issue in Minnesota on June 6, Biles infamously and unexpectedly came at Gaines with a quote repost on X, calling Gaines truly sick, a straight-up sore loser, and a bully. A later post from Biles insinuated that Gaines was the same size as a male. Biles later deleted those posts and issued an apology, but not before Skinner chose a side in the spat. Skinner released a statement on social media supporting Gaines while claiming to be a victim of Biles' own bullying. When I saw that Simone attacked Riley, it really broke my heart. When that thing had happened, I was like, you know what? It's time for me to find my voice and stand up and stand by Riley's side. This was my chance to speak out. I had a former teammate, come at somebody, and I was like, this is not okay. Skinner believes that Simone was being authentic in her defense of transgender inclusion in women's sports. However, Skinner hopes that her former teammate will change her mind. I believe she believes what she believes. I don't think she's on this side, at least, not yet, and I hope that she can turn over and join us. Skinner's interjection became one of the biggest twists of the viral feud sensation between Gaines and Biles in early June. But it came with a cost that she was getting familiar with. I got a crazy letter in the mail with no return address, basically just telling me I was going to hell, I'm going to die, like transgenders are born in the womb, and they gave me all this information that I'm wrong and I'm stupid and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Skinner said the letter startled her so much that at one point she even thought to herself, oh my God, do I need to stay silent? She had deep-seated fears about speaking up on the topic of trans athletes in women's sports or even other sensitive topics. Skinner even had to turn down a prior opportunity to work with Gaines due to those fears. Riley, her team had reached out a few years prior to this situation happening, and again, too scared. I just felt like I couldn't say anything because in the gymnastics world, I've gone through a lot of things. I get a lot of criticism. I feel like in the gymnastics world, you can't have a voice. You can't speak up. All we did as gymnasts was eat, sleep, and do gymnastics 24/7. They almost put the fear in us that we just couldn't say anything because they didn't want us to have power and have control. I was born and raised in that. That's all I know. She also had to confront deals about whether she would lose endorsements. I wasn't doing a ton of endorsement deals anyway, and honestly, it's not all about the money for me. Like, I can find other endorsement deals from people who love and support what I'm doing. With her XXXY Athletics brand ambassadorship, Skinner is now teammates with Gaines and other activists in the Save Women's sports space, including Olympic gold medalist women's swimmer Nancy Hogshead and former University of Pennsylvania swimmer Paula Scanlon. The company's founder, Jennifer Say, told Fox News Digital in February that the biggest thing she thought her brand was missing was a star with a top-tier athletic career, adding that she knew there were some stars, including Olympians, she was keeping an eye on because she knew they were secretly on her side. She wanted a young athlete, either in the midst of her career or someone who had competed recently. Now, with Skinner on her roster, Say believes she has one of her biggest signings since the company launched. It's huge, Say said about recruiting Skinner. People like MyKayla are known by athletes who are currently competing in a much greater way. It's just such a big deal for us. She's been a star for USA Gymnastics for so long. I get DMs from people every single day from people saying, "We love your brand, we're just too scared to wear it." And the more relevant athletes, the more profile athletes that speak up, the less afraid other people are, and that's when we solve this issue.